Yo, what's up YouTube? How's it going? So I thought I'd start a brand new series on this channel where I basically analyze my previous gameplay and go over some tips and tricks on how to get better and just my thoughts in every single situation that I'm in and why I make specific decisions. So this is my first attempt at this type of video, so give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and if I should continue making these types of videos. As always, thank you all for your support. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm out. Peace. Alright guys, so this is a pretty good gameplay of me queued up in a random duos match. So I do not know my teammate and there's no conversation at all. So basically he wanted to land at Loot Lake. So I just skipped ahead all the boring stuff in the beginning because we didn't find anybody at the beginning. We were just looting. So right here is when I hear somebody below me. They're just walking around. They're not being a threat right now, so I'm just gonna let them be and see if they make a move. And since they didn't build up to me, I decided to drop down and see if I could spot him. I thought he was maybe just hiding on the edge right here, but then once I realized that he was inside hiding in the corner, I was hesitant to go in there at first because you never just want to run into a building when you know there's somebody in there sitting in a corner, most likely with a shotgun. But because he was sitting in a corner that whole time and never wanted to come fight me, I assumed that he was probably a noob. So I just ran in there, looked to my right really quickly, aimed for the head and popped him. So now I'm just going to skip forward a little bit. I found a couple of big shields to get me up to full shield. And now I'm just waiting for my teammate to come out of the factory so we can move on to the next spot. So right here is where I spot a team. I take a quick shot with my hunting rifle, but miss. And you guys already know this. You always want to establish high ground as quick as you can. And one thing to note, when you're going up against a 1v2, this is very important. Always know where both opponents are, because a good team will split on you and take different angles, and then while you're focusing one guy, the other guy will shoot you in the back or the side and just melt you. So right here you can see that this guy was completely open to me, so I decided to take some shots on him. But as soon as he goes out of my vision, I immediately turn and look for his teammate, because I gotta keep tabs on both of them so that they both don't get above me or get an angle on me, which I don't want. Then this guy starts firing at me again, which leaves him vulnerable for me, and I already knew that he had no shield, so I decided I'm just gonna whip out my SCAR, probably get 2 or 3 shots on him, and he'll be dead. Every time someone shows themselves and makes them vulnerable to you, you have to try and do damage. Every little bit of damage matters. So now that I heard that rocket come in, I now know that there's another team on their way over to us. Now, since I know that they have an RPG, and I already saw that they built up pretty high, like basically to my level, I decided to just drop down and hide because they don't know where I am. Sometimes it's better to just disengage and get a different angle. Also, I made that decision because I know that the teammate of the guy that I just downed is still alive. So if I can get this new team that just joined the fight to fight that solo guy, then I can come in and clean up afterwards. So right here, I heard the guy coming around to my right side. I tried to take a quick pump shot on him, and then I lost my shield, so I immediately started building back up because I knew that he was now on the low ground. So if I can build back up and get that high ground while he's distracted fighting my teammate, then I should be good. So now that I've wiped out all of those guys, I now notice there's another team that is now on top of that hill. Now I am in a very bad position to fight this team because they are on a hill and they are way above me. So one thing you guys need to learn is know when to engage and when to disengage. When to disengage is very important. Right here, there is no reason for me to go fight these guys. There's no chance I'll be able to build up on them right now. So I just relax for a little bit, see what they're going to do, if they're going to push me, or if they're just going to stay up there, and see if I can snipe one of them. There is so many people here, dude. So that's when I decided to disengage, but then I quickly realized that there was another person down here looting all the dead bodies. So I took him out with the SMG. So now I know that those two players that were on top of the hill now know that I dropped off and they heard more gunshots. So they know that I just got into another fight. So whoever won that fight is going to be weak. You always got to try and think, what would the enemy do? What are my opponents thinking right now? What are their plans? Try and get in their head. I know right here, I know that they're most likely pushing me right now. So I need to get this loot that I want, get all the shields and health that I need, get out of that area, go heal up, and then attack them. Let's go, dude. So right there, they spotted me, and I knew there was a crack behind me, so I just dipped out, quickly tried to build up while they were distracted shooting down at me, and try and take the high ground. One thing you guys need to get in the habit of doing in your build fights is, as soon as you get the high ground, stop, look for your opponent, and try and take a quick shotgun shot, or some SMG shots, or whatever you have for close range, at them while they're vulnerable. Like I was saying earlier, every time your opponent is in open range where you can shoot them, you gotta take a shot, because every bit of damage counts. So every time I get above them, I stop, look around really quick, and as soon as they run up, I try and take a quick shot, but then immediately start building again. So now I know that I have to run extremely far, and to be honest, in this situation, I thought I was 100% dead. But then I remember that there was bandages back at this dead body over here, and even though I don't really have anything to drop, I just decided to drop my SCAR, because right now, guys, the SMG is the most important gun in the game. We are in a very strong SMG meta right now, so the SMG is pretty much the most important gun you could have. And I like the shotgun SMG combo a lot, so I can use the SMG at a little bit of, not as long range as the SCAR, but good enough range to where I don't need the SCAR. So whenever you're running from the storm, you always want to calculate in your head, when do I need to heal? You got to know how much damage the storm is going to do. So I know that I need to use this medkit before 10 HP, because it takes 10 seconds to use the medkit, and the storm is taking 1 damage per second. Now, one thing I see people do all the time when they're running from the storm is they'll just use like 10 bandages immediately and not gain that much health, and then they'll just start running a bunch. What I've found out is that it is faster and more efficient to just use 1 bandage. When the storm's ticking for 2 damage a second, you want to use 1 bandage at around 10 to 12 health, no less than 10, and then run a little bit and then use another one. Run a little bit, use another one. Because every time you use a bandage in the storm, you're losing more health during that 3.5 seconds that it takes the bandage to apply. So it's more efficient to just use 1 and then run a little bit. So I somehow miraculously made it out of this storm. Now I'm just healing up, as if I don't have enough traps already. I just need an AR to drop my scar, dude. Feels bad. This SMG though is just way too good, dude. I'm not dropping this blue SMG. Hell no. If you guys are wondering, I absolutely love the new SMG. It is absolutely insane. It's better than the suppressed, in my opinion. I don't know if it's in the circle. He left? Bro, why'd you leave? Dude, I'm doing this for you, man. Oh my god, what are you doing? So, right there, my teammate left the game. So I was kind of a little upset about that because why would you leave after you just seen me pop off like that and you just saw me survive to the storm and now you're gonna leave? I always get a little more motivation to win the match when I have a teammate because I know there's a lot of people out there that still don't have that many wins. So if I can get a win for somebody, then that's pretty cool. Come on, bro. Why would you leave? Oh, I'm about to go blow that thing up. You can see that base that's just hanging off the side of the cliff over there. So my first thought is, okay, these guys are noobs. They're just camping on the side of the cliff. I just got a grenade launcher, so this should be an easy couple of kills. So as I'm running over there, this guy pops out of nowhere and starts shooting at me. I should probably go find an AR, dude. So with my very fast reaction time, I build a wall and a ramp very quickly. Since he was close enough, I just immediately started to go for the build fight. So I started just ramping up to get high ground and beat him to it. And like I said before, always take shots when someone is vulnerable and out in the open. So as soon as I get up top, I notice that his teammate is just standing out here in the open. So I take a quick shot and then just melt him with my SMG. Now, one very helpful tip in a 1v2 situation is as soon as I down that guy, you can see that I immediately build up again to get one more level of high ground because I don't know where his teammate is now. So I want to build up one more and then look around. Because if I look around first without building up one, he might be aiming at me right now in the back and I won't even know it. And then he'll just shoot me. But if I build up one and then look, then if he's aiming at me, he has to readjust his aim. So it takes him that much longer. I now know that his teammate is just building around underneath me and I see the downed player crawling towards him. I'm just like, okay, you know what? I don't want him to get the revive right now. I don't even want to worry about it, so I just finish the kill. And just by hearing those gunshots, I know that he's directly underneath me. So I see that this wall is mine, so I go to make a quick edit. But you can see here, as I'm editing the wall, I move over to the left to take cover behind my other wall. If he's in there, I can take a peek shot and then back up to have cover. And it forces him to miss his shotgun shot on me. Get wrecked. Thank you for the AR. So once again, I just got sniped at, so I now know that this team knows that I just got into a fight. And they sniped at me, so they're most likely going to push me now. So I immediately run towards them and build immediately. Before I can even see him, I start building up. Because if I can get a little bit of a head start on the build fight and be just that much higher up when we start, then that gives me an advantage to take high ground on him. Now that I'm up here and this guy's vulnerable, I just take out my scar, melt him, and he doesn't even build, so that's an easy kill. He gets some good damage on me, so I readjust my position. Drink some minis. Once again, he's not threatening me right now, so I can turn around and finish the kill while I have time. You don't ever want to just finish a kill immediately without knowing where the other teammate is or what he is doing. So once you have established what his teammate is doing and you know that he's not a threat to you right now, then you can finish the kill. Let's go, dude. Out of here with that weak stuff, bro. I know that there's a lot of toxicity around just finishing a downed player immediately because everyone gets mad about that. Oh, why did you finish me so fast? That's so annoying. Well, to be honest, that's the best play because I don't want this guy to crawl underneath my base because now I have to worry about this guy playing differently to go help his teammate and get his teammate up, and then it's just another 1v2. But if I finish the kill, then this guy is forced to fight me, and I know he doesn't want to fight me most of the time. So right here, I heard some shots, and I saw that a guy got lost in the storm. So I know that these guys just got in a fight, so they are most likely weak, and they're running from the storm. So I need to build up and take shots on them now while they are being pushed by the storm. This is my best chance to get some free damage off on them. One got lost to the storm. But I quickly see that they're actually pretty decent players, and they are thirsty to get this win because they are immediately pushing me. With the grenade launcher, I shoot down at an angle to bounce the grenade in a perfect trajectory to where it explodes on their base and maybe even on them if I'm lucky and I get some damage on them. You don't just want to shoot the grenade directly at their ramp because I know that it's too close. You want to know the right distance with the grenade launcher to shoot it at. If they're too close, then you gotta bounce it. So even though right there they shoot me down, but I immediately build back up to try and get high ground. I hear a guy to my right, so I try and get some shots on him while he's out in the open. And now I'm getting shot from my south, which is the same exact direction that it just came from. So now I know that they're trying to split up and take different angles. And this guy's lasering my walls right now. You see that right there? See how I build a wall and a ramp again, and then he starts shooting again. So instead of just spamming walls to try and keep my base up, I try to at least get one bullet off on him if I can. If I can get one bullet on him while he's spraying, then that's a success. Because if I just sit there and hold RT and spam walls, then as soon as he's done with his clip, he's just going to back up to reload, and then I'm not going to be able to get any damage off on him. So you got to shoot when he's shooting. And he's the biggest threat to me right now because I know that his teammate is underneath me, not doing anything. So once again, I just try and bounce my grenades in a perfect angle to land right on him. And there you go. It's an easy knock. Now all it is a 1v1. Let's go, baby. 1v1. Come on, kid. Give me your best shot, bro. Come on. So right there, he actually shot down my base pretty quickly, and then he was in a position which I did not expect. So he lasered me as soon as I hit the ground. But instead of just turning around and starting to shoot at him, I immediately build back up to try and take high ground. So I know he wants to get the revive, so I just finished the kill really quick. Now I don't know where he is, so I just launch a couple grenades in there, then I see his head poke out. Now this was a stupid move on him. I don't know what he was thinking right here. So I take some shots, but I miss. Shouldn't have done that, bro. And the reason I built over here is because I know that the storm's coming in and we have to move anyways. So I don't know why he pushed me right there. That was a really bad move on his part, because now he has to come back to me anyways because of the storm. Now, one thing to note right here is that I know how weak I am. You have to know how much damage you can take and how much health you have, especially in a shotgun battle. Now, I can't play too passively because I'm trying to kill this guy and get the win. So what you have to do is take a shot, build, take a shot, build, take a shot, build. You can't just go all in, shoot at him, and then just keep firing to try and finish the kill and hope that you do more damage to him before he does enough damage to you. Come on, cuz. Right here, I'm just searching through to see if I have a campfire, if I can heal. I hear him edit a door, so I drop down to take a shot, and I know before I do it. In my head, I know I'm gonna drop down, take a shot, and then build again. Because I don't want to take any damage from this guy, because I don't have that much health. So you can see, I shoot, build again, get high ground. Shoot, build again, get above him. GG, baby. I kept missing those shots, but the key is to take as little damage as possible. So, that was a pretty good game, 14 kills. It was basically a solo duo. My teammate didn't do anything, and he didn't even get the win for it, so that's his loss. But, GG, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you like this type of video? Should I do more? Let me know. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. We on fire. Step up in the party, high.